And let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight.
In your Caribbean report tonight, we start in St. Kitts, where the Prime Minister of Nevis and the Minister of Finance, Joseph Perry, presented several options that would place Nevis's economy in a stronger position. He made the recommendations during his featured address at the 2011 Consultation on Economy hosted by the Minister of Finance on Tuesday. The meeting was held under the theme Accelerating Economic Diversity and Productivity in an Environment of Fiscal Prudence. The event was attended by a cross-section of 150 representatives from the private and public sectors of Nevis. The consultation sought to give stakeholders the opportunity to make input into preparations for the government's next budget presentation, normally held in December. And Antigua and Barbuda's opposition leader Lester Bird congratulated Ambassador Erwin Larocque on his appointment as Secretary General of CARICOM and assured him of full support by the Antiguan Labour Party. Larocque called on Bird on Monday at the preliminary building in St. John's, Antigua and Barbuda on the first day of his two-day visit to the membered state. Bird was accompanied by the chairman of the ALP, Gaston Brown. Bird alluded to the challenges which Larocque faced and identified freedom of movement as a particularly difficult one. He also spoke of the importance of transportation, not only in the respect of trade and movement of the people, but also as a factor of encouraging communalness of the region's citizens. And finally, in Cuba, former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson flew to Cuba on Wednesday at the invitation of Raul Castro's government, apparently to discuss the release of U.S. government subcontractor jailed in Havana for 22 months. The case of Alan P. Gross has become a key stumbling block in an effort to improve U.S. and Cuba's relations, with the Obama administration saying repeatedly that no major changes can take place until he is returned home. Gross, 62 years old, an international development specialist from Potomac, Maryland, was arrested on December 3rd of 2009 in Havana after delivering a satellite telephone to Cuba's tiny Jewish community so that it could have direct access to the internet. He was convicted in March of this year on state security charges of violating Cuba's sovereignty and was sentenced to 15 months in prison, which he had been serving in a military hospital. Talks with Raul Castro have come up with only one solution, that he said he would be willing to swap Gross for 5 convicted Cuban spies held in U.S. prisons. But the Obama administration has replied that Gross is not a spy, and therefore there will be no swap. The government and family of Alan P. Gross are hoping that the talks will be successful and will allow Gross to be reunited as a family for the high Jewish holidays.
And that's your Caribbean report for tonight. And now let's check in with Judy Fricks. She's got your Crime Stoppers report for this week.
This is Judy Fricks with your weekly Crime Stoppers report. Crime Stoppers is asking for your help to solve the following crimes. If you know something, say something, as law enforcement cannot solve crimes without help from the community. On St. Croix, on August 29th at about 1 a.m. on Queen Mary Highway at the Williams Delight intersection, a 20-year-old female was victim of an attempted robbery. She was shot and injured when she tried to get away. If you were at this intersection near this time and you saw this attempted robbery, or you know anybody who was involved in it, call Crime Stoppers and give us the information. On St. John, on July 10th, this is a crime that we've brought you before. A 12-foot Caribe inflatable boat was observed to be securely docked with its black 15-horsepower Mercury outboard motor mounted on it in the area of the Customs Dock in Cruz Bay. Now on July 14th, at approximately 3 p.m., the owner discovered that the vessel was on dry dock and the engine, a fuel tank, a 1-kilogram chrome Bruce anchor, and a foot pump were missing. And on St. Thomas, this is an older crime that police still need your help in solving. On July 7th at 2008 at about 3:30 p.m. in the ShopRite Grocery in Lindbergh Bay, retired police sergeant Liston Gums observed a robbery, and when he went to aid the cashier, he was shot and he later died from his injuries. Police do believe that there were witnesses to this robbery and this shooting, so if you have any information about this, call Crime Stoppers and tell us what you know. You can submit information on these or any other crimes at our website, which is right there on your screen, crimestoppersusvi.org, or you can call 1-800-222-TIPS, which is 8477. Your tips are completely anonymous, and our stateside operators, they speak several languages. If your information leads to an arrest or recovery of stolen property, illegal drugs, or weapons, you will receive a cash reward to be paid according to your instructions of up to $2,500. Crime Stoppers approved 3 new rewards in the month of August. If you are one of our 1,333 tipsters, contact Crime Stoppers to find out if one of these rewards is yours. This is Judy Fricks with your weekly Crime Stoppers report.
Ethiopian committee has an announcement for us. Stay with us on Channel 8. The Ethiopian committee has an announcement for all of us. Here's Wes with more.
Yes, I, Haile Selassie I. Enough respect. Thank you very much, Jerome. We're talking about the Ethiopian New Year with Brother Tafari here and Empress Anubia. Yes. I said that right?
Princess Anubia, yes.
Princess Anubia. She is sure enough sweet, my man. You should be very proud.
Give thanks, yes.
All right, yeah, we give thanks and blessings, and you want to tell us about the Ethiopian New Year and what we can expect locally.
Yes, well, the ancient divine order of the Nyabingi will be celebrating the Ethiopian New Year, which is September the 11th. To commemorate that event will be a gathering Saturday evening at the Nyabingi Tabernacle, that's in Arodias, across from Charles H. Emmanuel Elementary School. We'll gather there from around 8:30, go on until Sunday morning, giving praises to the King of Kings. We was initially scheduled to gather at Dosh Beach on Sunday for a family day. Because of the weather that's coming in, we will postpone that family day on Sunday at the beach and pick it up next Sunday, which will be the 18th. That will be in Bodho Park. I will come forward and let the public know a little bit more about that. But I want the public to be aware that the family day will be postponed this Sunday here for next Sunday. And we will be meeting Saturday evening at the Nyabingi Tabernacle to celebrate the Ethiopian New Year. So everyone is welcome to come out. Again, sistrins, them cover your head, wear your long skirts, your dresses, perfect love. And again, this is Ethiopian New Year. It's a new year. So let her and I move forward with positive things and positive things to feed the community as well.
With that, with Empress Anubia. Yes, Anubia, how you doing, Mama? And my man Tafari, enough respect.
Thanks.
Rastafari, yes, I. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.